Hey, guys, happy Tuesday, which means happy Vanderpump Rules Season 9, Episode 2 night. Before I jump into the details of this video, guys, I don't know if you saw, but Vanderpump Rules, the premiere episode, had almost half of what they had for Season 8, 7, and I believe 6. There's a lot to talk about, and of course, we're going to unpack it in tonight's Hot Messy Topics at 6 p.m. But while we're here, we're back to talk about Erika Girardi because Ronald Richards is showcasing video evidence against Erika and Tom as she's continued to be pursued on behalf of the widows and orphans and other victims. Guys, it was a lot. But before we jump in, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like footage is being used against Tom Girardi from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, this is coming out from Ronald Richards, who we know has been avidly going in on the case. He's been brought onto the case by the trustee, and he has a job to do. I've said this many times. If there is money to be found, if there was money being spent over here, something going on with the accountant/manager, not saying that there is, but if there's anything like that, Ronald Richards has a job to do, and he's going to find it. Some might say that he's ruthless on Twitter. I've seen so many comments, but at the end of the day, I've even seen where you guys have asked me, why are you deciding to bring him back? Well, at the end of the day, he's covering the case and shares court documents. So I think it's extremely important to continue to give a platform to voices like Ronald Richards, Emily D. Baker, anyone who knows about the cases. I think it's amazing to bring them on to talk about it because I don't necessarily understand all of the legal jargon. So I just wanted to clear that up really quick. So they're always welcome. I'm always excited to have the conversation. And I ultimately want to see at the end of the day, the victims win. So we'll see. I'm hopeful. I hope you guys are too. So what they're saying is, as class action law firm Edelson PC attempts to go after Erika Girardi on behalf of the orphans and widows, well, of the plane crash victims and other victims, she and Thomas are accused of embezzling $2 million. Okay, we know this. We also know that she's up against a $25 million lawsuit that we've heard that we don't know whether or not she's going to settle the lawsuit. If they'll settle with her, are they going to find a number that works best? But at the end of the day, we're hopeful because I'm sure she won't be I don't think she'll have to owe 25 million, but I'm sure they'll get to like a comfortable number. Hopefully it's something large enough to impact the victims in a positive way. That's all I'm going to say, but I'll keep it moving. On top of that, they're saying that Ronald Richards has uncovered what he believes to be proof against, well, proof of, I was going to say against Tom and Erika, but proof of Tom Girardi's cognitive ability. Ronald put on Twitter yesterday, this evidence was processed today. Season 9, episode 14 at 11:18, so 11 minutes, 18 seconds into the actual episode, he wrote, culmination of a decade, putting on a show and saying it's an expensive project, okay? I want to see where Tom, and then he blurted it out, and money, well, his money has gone. Ending that off with that your partner is your biggest cheerleader. So according to Ronald Richards, the episode that's currently in question that aired on May 14th of 2019 and featured pretty much no cognitive decline by Tom Girardi. Ronald Richards also put out there, also, we are never going to stop updating the public and the followers on facts and evidence. It's just too important. No need to troll our feed telling us we can't inform you. Trolls are fans too. We get that as well. Ending that off with, we started hashtag Girardi fraud and won't rest until the story is done. The article also noted that Tom Girardi wasn't diagnosed with Alzheimer's or dementia until February of this past year, and the crimes he's being accused of committing, well, they date back many years. That's why we're caught in this process of Erika, being accused of receiving millions and millions and millions of dollars in order to fund her company, fund this Erika Jane pop star persona. That's why we're here in the first place. Now, ending this article off, they said, now months later, she could be hit with yet another case as Edelson PC moves to be removed from Tom Girardi's bankruptcy proceedings and allowed to pursue Erika for the $2 million owed to the Boeing plane crash victims. Ronald Richards, of course, had something to say about that. This is what he said. Breaking, Edelson PC surprisingly moves for relief from stay in the bankruptcy court to pursue Erika Girardi. Adding directly in the Northern District of Illinois for the Boeing jet crash cases, we will comment further after we reach out. Oh, we need to cover this in Hot Messy Topics. Then in a separate tweet, Ronald Richards said that Edelson PC's recent legal moves are more reason for Erika to come to a settlement with Tom's victims. He said, we obviously do not want a dogpile on Erika Girardi. This is more reason to settle. The theory of the Edelson relief is if Erika Girardi received embezzled funds, they are not property of the estate, but the Boeing clients. He also let us know that this might not be the case by saying this is just a theory from someone who doesn't have the accounting. Guys, as you know, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is going to continue to come out, so we will be covering it. This is the finale this week, and I have an amazing interview with Crystal Kung Minkoff coming your way tomorrow. So check back in at, I want to say 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I'll post it in my community tab today. Also, we're going live with Jason from Down with Jason to talk hot, messy topics. And this is an unfiltered conversation that we invite you guys into to say whatever you want to say. If you have an opinion, like tonight, we're talking about Beverly Hills, Orange County, Salt Lake City, Potomac. If you have an opinion, just call in, chime in. If you're not comfortable being on camera or having your audio out there, just engage in the live chat. And don't forget that the live chat, well, it's subscribers only. So before I go, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think about all of this coming out and them claiming that Ronald has evidence from season 9? What are your thoughts on that? And also, before you go, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.